Hello, what is up everybody? In today's video I have the top 3 worst and best rarest builds in NBA 2K20. You guys probably didn't even know these builds existed. There's some really slept on builds that no one even knows about this game. If you want to see any more, leave this like to 100 likes and I'll drop some more knowledge on these rare builds. The first I'm going to show you the third worst and the third best, second worst, second best, so on and so forth, and I'll go into that. So this is the third worst build you can make in the rare build category. Now, reason I'm saying it's the worst one out of the top 3. There's worse ones, I'm pretty sure, but this is the worst ones I've found so far. Playing around with all these builds, trying to find them, and you guys probably already know what the name of the build is. But this build is actually useless. It doesn't really do anything on the court. You can't shoot. You can drive a little bit. Your defense is not there either. Your playmaking, you can't dribble that well. You can do like a little bit of dribble moves, not really anything special. But you guys probably already guessed what the build is, and it's the prospect build. Now, the prospect build is the worst build you can actually make in the game, and it's actually hard to make because you're going to have a certain amount of attributes. You're going to be a shooting guard, as I showed you at the start, and then you're going to have these stats. And you got 1 finishing, 3 shooting, 5 playmaking, and 8 defensive. Like, that is pretty bad, man. That's a really bad build. But defensive badges, otherwise, 8 defensive badges is good. But other than that, you really can't do much with this build. Now, with the body type, you just choose whatever you guys want. And then I just went just everything regular with this player. And then you can choose any takeover system if you want this build. Like, this build might be fun to play with if you want to just get dropped off every day. It's similar to Mitch Richmond, James Harden, and Zach LaVine. I don't know how they got that when it's actual prospect and he can't do anything but play a little bit of defense. And James Harden has got the best defense. But let's go test out the build. Look what badges we can put on this guy. Now, with the builds, I'm going to show you what badges you can put on with him. Now, you got contact finisher, bronze, so you can get shooting. Probably just get quick draw, or you probably get catch and shoot. Yeah, catch and shoot, quick draw, and range extender. Then defense. Playmaking badges, you really can't do anything. So silver, handles for days, and quick first step. And then defensive, you already know the badges you should get with this build. Gold clamps, gold intimidator, and then gold interceptor and silver, bronze intimidator, bronze pick dodger. That is the third worst. Now let's go into the third best rare build that I have found so far. As I said, if there's any more rare builds, I'll put another video like this if this video hits 100 likes, making the power forward version. As you guys can see, we're going to choose the mostly, it's 3/4 of the way finishing, and then just the first, whatever, takeover, first speed one. Now this build, this low-key could be a build that you guys use, because you can wrap up really fast with this build. You can get that Superstar 3 or Elite, whatever you guys want, really fast with this build. Now, I made it 6'7". You pause it when you see the badges. I made it just 230 pounds. Max wingspan, because all you're doing is driving with this build, and this build is actually called a Lob Threat. Yeah, a Lob Threat. It's a Zion Williamson build to the core. All you really can do is defend and slash. You can't playmake and you can't shoot. Basically, just a pure slasher that catches lobs. It's a really cool name, and I think it's a power forward pure slasher. They're the badges I'll go with. They get gold catch and shoot, gold range extender, and gold quick draw with bronze slithery off ball. That's pretty good. I'm bronze unpluckable. And the defensive badges, gold clamps, gold intimidator, gold interceptor, gold pick dodger. That's all you need. Let's go into the second worst build on this list. Now, you've seen the prospect build. That is trash. That is the worst build you could possibly make on 2K. And I showed you the Lob Threat, which is a power forward pure slasher. Pause the video anytime to see what pie chart I'm using and what speed chart I'm using. But these are the stats that I'm going to go with this player. Now, this player, I thought I had another couple of players that I had to look at for the rare worst builds, and this one, I'm pretty sure it's equal second worst. When I put this one second worst, only because I don't really think you can really do much with it, man. It's basically just a one-dimensional build that you can't really do much with. It's a ball hog. You're a 5'7", man. You know what I mean? Even if you've made him 99 overall, he's still going to be bad because he's a ball hawk. He's tiny. He can't defend. He could slash a little bit if he's open. He could shoot open shots if he's wide open from the mid-range of catch and shoot and Hall of Fame Diamond, Hall of Fame Floor General, 99 overall. This is what I really recommend putting the badges on if you make this build. And then you got the defensive badges, which is 22 Hall of Fame clamps, intimidator, interceptor. You can even put Hall of Fame pick dodger, pickpocket, you know, tireless defender. You can even put tireless leader on that player. That is the second worst. Now this is the second best build on the list today. This build, I really think it's a slept on build, even though no one really knows about it. If everyone knew about it, people would probably be making this build a little bit more than they did, because a lot of players just make offensive threats, playmaking, shot creators, glass cleaners, paint beasts, you know, it's the regular slashes, play slashes, stuff like that. So we'll mix it up a little bit with the rare builds, but 6 finishing, 18 shooting, and 21 defense. That is a solid build. You can't play make, but other than that, you're a solid build, bro. Like, trust me, this build would be OP once you get him to 99 overall. I don't know. I might even think about making some of these builds to try them out in the park and test them out and see how good they are. Make a couple of videos on them, because, you know, as I said, if it hits 100 likes, I might just do the best and worst build and make a 99 and test them out in the park. But I was playing around with this build, trying to get a couple more playmaking badges, because I feel like you need at least 2 or 3 playmaking badges, 3 playmaking badges minimum, because then you can have quick first step goal, because the best playmaking badge, or you can have, like, I don't know, you can have Dimer, you can have Floor General, you can have Break Starter, you can have any of these badges that you need just for one badge for itself. I went Defiant because his arms are longer, but the only downfall to this build, you have to be 6'1" to make it this name. And it's a 2-way scoring machine, bro. I'm going to show you in a second the name. It's a really cool name. You can do everything but dribble the ball. Well, you can dribble the ball, but you won't have any badges to help you dribble the ball. But you are a 2-way 6'1". You're a perfect spot-up shooter for any build, because you can defend and you can shoot from anywhere on the court. 2-way scoring machine. That name is godlike. I love that name because, you know why? That's Kawhi Leonard's build. That's what Kawhi Leonard's build is named. I don't know why you can't make a 6'8", but you can only make a 6'1" for the guard. I haven't tried the small forward version, but these are the badges I highly recommend if you made this build. Look at the badges you get, man. I've probably got gold quick draw and got Hall of Fame Deadite. Silver corner specialist is all you need. You know, it doesn't really need anything. Bronze quick first step or bronze dimer or something like that. Hall of Fame clamps, intimidator, interceptor, pick dodger, and defensive leader. And then you're gonna have like pickpocket bronze, off ball pest bronze, something like that. That is the second worst. Now this is the worst. That was the second best, sorry. This is the worst, rarest build I have found so far in NBA 2K20. And it is pretty bad if you ask me. I thought a ball hawk was going to be the worst. But at the end of the day, like, the ball hawk has a little bit more. The only downfall to the ball hawk is you're basically 5'7". This build, you're pretty good height. But your stats are atrocious, bro. Look at this. You get like a 79 close shot, which is okay. Driving layup 80, that's pretty good. 79 driving layup. Dunk, I mean, you can do stuff like that. Your inside finishing, it's good. Don't get me wrong. Really good. Your playmaking, 8 defensive playmaking badges, but you can't shoot. Worth nothing. You gotta be bricking every single shot you take with a 35 3 ball. Like, you won't even bother taking threes. But your defensive, yeah, it's there. Your defensive is definitely there. You got a lot of defensive badges, bro. A hell of a lot of defensive badges. But at the end of the day, all you can do is dribble and defend and play and slash a little bit. Like, I don't really feel like it's that worthy. I may put the ball hawk first. What do you think about that? I might put the ball hawk first, and this is the second worst, in my opinion, because this build actually doesn't look that bad now that I'm rewatching the video. It doesn't actually look that atrocious, because you got 30 defensive badges and playmaking badges. You got a bit of interior offense. In my opinion, this might be the worst, but the second worst behind the ball hawk. I'm going to put the ball hawk above this one. I made a little bit of a mistake, so don't really read into that. The prospect is the worst build in the 2K, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Ball hawk, no, the prospect is the worst. This is called a rebounding point guard, bro. You're a rebounding point guard at the end of the day. What do you need a rebounding point guard for, bro? You don't need it. Point guards need to be able to dribble, need to be able to shoot, and need to be able to defend. Now this player, you're going to be able to drive a little bit too. This player can't shoot, so he's basically worthless at the point guard. He's worthless at the shooting guard. He could be a good center point guard at best. That's about it for this build. But you do get a couple of good interior badges like Fancy Footwork, Contact Finisher, Giant Slayer, Pro Touch, Slithery Finisher. Then the shooting badges got gold, bronze catch shoot. It's going to help you shoot it all. It's going to have gold diamond, gold floor general. So at least you're helping out your teammates a little bit. But this build's only good if you're running 3-point guards. If you don't run 3-point guards, don't even bother making this build. You got Hall of Fame defensive leader, I guess. You get a lot of these defensive badges. But unless you're playing center, and if you ever play in center, you go against a paint beast or glass leader lockdown that can shoot, you're basically useless. Now, this is the best, rarest build in NBA 2K20. Made it this far in the video. Drop that like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit that subscribe button, turn the post notification, and follow me on Twitter to never miss an upload because I stream live every single day on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. But post notifications don't go out. That's why you follow me on Twitter, because that's where I post all my videos. But this is the pie chart I'm going with. As you guys can see, half shooting, half finishing. I went with this physical, which is the top one, 85 speed, because you need the most speed. Now this build, I feel like it's OP, to be honest. Like, it's a really OP build because you can shoot, you can defend, you can play make, you can defend, you can do everything on the court. Like, you got a 75-3, man. An 83, man. I mean, and you got an 83 ball, a 78 playmaking, a 79 ball handling. Your defensive is solid, bro. You got a 75 perimeter, 70 lateral, 75 steal. You got a 70 rebound. Like, you got 5 defensive, 14 playmaking, 15 shooting, and 16 finishing badges on this build. That's filthy. Absolute filth. I may even think about making this build because it's the perfect, I'm telling you, the perfect 2-guard for anyone. Because if you're the 2-guard, all you have to do is be able to defend and hit open shots. And cut to the basket on the back line, cuts on the baseline. Try to get that open cut every single time. But if you can stretch the floor, they have to guard you on the perimeter, inside, then you can guard them anywhere on the court. I didn't touch the interior defense because I don't really feel like it's worth it. Because on guards, interior defense is pretty worthless, to be honest. That's why you put it towards your defensive rebound to get extra badges. Now, with the height, I was tossing up and down with this to find out the best height. I was thinking 6'4", 6'5". It's up to you guys. I would highly recommend 6'4". Can you put 6'5"? You guys really feel adventurous. But once you hit 99 overall, you can be able to do pro dribble moves with this player. It's pretty cool. Now with the wingspan, this is always up to you guys. Now I'm talking a bit more about this build because it is the best build on the list. So far we've had the lob. Like, the worst build is the prospect. Easily the prospect. Now this is the best build in the whole video, bro. Like, look here, the takeovers you get. You have slasher, sharpshooting, playmaking, or shot creating. You're a a quadruple build, in my opinion. Look at you. You can do everything. Now, it's up to you what you choose for your takeover. I was tossing up and down between slashing and sharpshooting, but I went with slashing because slashing is OP. You call it a floor spacing slasher. Have you ever heard of a floor spacing slasher, Baron? That is an OP name, in my opinion. I love it so much. But let's go test out the build and have a look at badges you can put on this player, because the badges are filthy as well. Hall of Fame finishing badges. Now, you get similar to Zach LaVine, James Harden, and my man, Tracy McGrady, bro. T-Mac. Can't get better than that. Now, in saying that, let's look at the badges. Hall of Fame contact finisher, Hall of Fame giant slayer, Hall of Fame fancy footwork. I'll put gold pro touch, lob city finisher, gold. You can have Hall of Fame fancy footwork if you want. Hall of Fame catch and shoot, Hall of Fame range center, Hall of Fame quick draw, Hall of Fame anything else you want. Corner specialist, Deadeye. Look at them badges. Hall of Fame finishing and Hall of Fame shooting, man. Gold playmaking as well. And then you got 5 defensive badges. Gold clamps, intimidator. You can have silver intimidator, gold clamps, whatever you guys want. That build is OP, bro. That's my favorite build on the list. Tell me in the comment section down below what your favorite and least favorite build on the list was. If you need another one, leave that like. Let's get 100 likes on the video. Catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, everywhere on social media. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.